California Navy veteran who killed and froze wife, then dumped body in bay, sentenced. Matthew Sullivan, 36, was sentenced to 16 years to life in the killing of his estranged wife. A Navy veteran was sentenced Friday to 16 years to life in prison for murdering his estranged wife and hiding her body in a freezer for nearly 2 years before dumping her corpse into San Diego Bay, according to reports. Matthew Sullivan, 36, was sentenced in a San Diego courtroom for second-degree murder in the stabbing death of Elizabeth Sullivan. The 32-year-old mom of 2 daughters vanished mysteriously in October 2014 from the San Diego home she shared with the rest of her family. The jury verdict and the evidence at trial made it clear that Matthew Sullivan brutally murdered his wife, methodically cleaned up the messy murder site, and then hid the body for years, Superior Court Judge Albert Haryatunian III, who presided over the trial, said at the sentencing on Friday. He almost got away with it, but his final attempt to hide the body at the bottom of the bay failed. Prosecutor Jill Lindberg told jurors during opening statements at the trial that Sullivan may have stabbed his wife 5 times after learning she was having an affair, then hid her body until he had to remove it because he was moving to the East Coast. Sullivan, who was convicted last year, was living in Delaware when he was arrested in 2018. Lindberg reiterated on Friday that Sullivan had murdered his wife in their home as their children were in the other room. He made her look like the person who had abandoned her family, when that was not the case and he knew it, Lindberg said. She added Sullivan had allowed his girls to twist in the wind and wonder what had happened to Elizabeth. In October 2016, her decomposing body was found floating in the bay about a half-mile from the home. Investigators later found blood under her bedroom carpet and a knife in the attic. Sullivan served 8 years in the Navy, and was honorably discharged in 2016 with the rank of petty officer. His deployments overseas included duty in the Middle East. At his sentencing, Sullivan noted that he would not have been found guilty if he had better defense witnesses to testify. "I firmly believe their testimony would have changed the verdict in this trial," he said. Lindberg replied, "There is clearly no remorse on the defendant's part. He thinks he could have gotten a different verdict."
Stabbing his wife, keeping her body in a freezer for 2 years, and then dumping it in the bay where it was finally found. Good evening, I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Lindsay Pena. Trial got underway today for Matthew Sullivan, 4 years after that gruesome discovery. 10 News reporter Rena Nakano is joining us with some new information. Rena, both sides say the couple's marriage was deteriorating.
Yeah, absolutely. It is no secret that the Sullivans were having some sort of marital problems. We know that each of them had submitted these domestic violence suits against each other, but the prosecutor is now saying that fighting eventually led to murder.
She said, "Hold on a sec." And then she said, "Gotta go," quietly. I didn't hear from her anymore.
Calandra Harris wipes away tears as she recalls the last conversation she ever had with her best friend, Elizabeth Sullivan. This was on the day before she went missing in October 2014. Despite living on opposite coasts, the two friends always stayed in touch.
We talked, text, and FaceTime.
Harris says Elizabeth often talked about her tumultuous marriage with Navy husband Matthew Sullivan, who's now accused of killing her.
I noticed that he posted that he was in a relationship with Kay Taylor.
And when did you see that?
Less than 30 days after Liz was missing.
In October 2016, on the same day Matthew was moving to Maryland with his new girlfriend and kids, Elizabeth's decomposed body was discovered floating in San Diego Bay. At this time, Matthew was not a suspect, but after months of investigating, police found blood underneath the carpet and a knife hidden in the insulation of the Liberty Station home they once shared.
And they checked it, and they found Elizabeth's DNA in the blood. 9 will go to defendants, mostly the victims.
The defense agreed that blood was Elizabeth's, but they say the mother of 2 who had infidelity issues and abused drugs and alcohol hurt herself.
Elizabeth had broken a mirror, taken a large shard of glass out of the mirror, and inflicted a deep wound.
Now, both sides will be hearing additional witnesses starting on Monday. Reporting live in Dallas.
More than 6 years after San Diegan Elizabeth Sullivan was first reported missing, her husband is finally sentenced for her murder.
Prosecutors say after stabbing the wife and mother to death, the former Navy man hid her body in a freezer for 2 years before later dumping it in the San Diego Bay. News 8's Richard Allen has more on Elizabeth's loved ones' pleas for justice leading up to the judge's decision.
Well, that's right. Prosecutors say mounting financial pressures and marital difficulties led to Matthew Sullivan murdering Elizabeth, his wife, and the mother of the couple's 2 young daughters.
He didn't give her a quick, painless death. It was essentially torture.
1 year after a jury found 36-year-old Matthew Sullivan guilty of brutally stabbing his wife Elizabeth to death in their Liberty Station home, the former Navy man learns his sentence, 16 years to life in prison. Leading up to that in San Diego Superior Court Friday, Elizabeth's loved ones had their say.
The longer sentence won't make the pain go away, nor will my recanting of the sorrow I've gone through these last 6.5 years make this man feel any differently than he does now.
Matt has caused a tremendous amount of pain to me, Liz's family, and friends. There are no words to describe this pain that still sits in the pit of my heart.
Prosecutors say after murdering his wife in October 2014, Matthew Sullivan hid her body inside a freezer in their home for 2 years, later dumping it in the San Diego Bay the day he was set to move out of San Diego. That same day, Elizabeth's decomposed body was discovered floating in the water a half-mile from the couple's home, wearing the same clothes she was last reported wearing 2 years earlier.
She should have had decades to grow old and to watch her children grow up. And the defendant took all that away from her and from them.
Matthew Sullivan's defense attorney tried in vain to argue for probation for his client, pointing out his lack of a criminal record before this.
This is the person who got through high school without discipline records of any kind, no juvenile criminal court contacts.
Arguments that in the end failed to dissuade the judge from handing down the 16 years to life sentence, as Elizabeth's loved ones pushed for the longest punishment possible.
I pray that Matt never see or experience freedom again.
And as Matthew Sullivan now begins his sentence, he is being credited with more than 3 years' time already served since his initial arrest.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73, starting off at verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. Koholayim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Radash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Psalms chapter 73, starting off at verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And the reason why I brought this precept out is because as we see, and so like as you saw in the news clips, this man only received 16 years for doing what he did, okay? And this also shows you, Israelite woman, that you're not exempt from the curses. You being with an Edomite is not going to give you some type of relief, some type of comfort, some type of, free pass, okay? These red monkeys still have a hatred towards you too, all right? And now let this type of crime be done by Jake. Jake would have the death sentence, okay? Again, let this type of crime, this type of murder that was orchestrated and basically covered up for 2 years, Salakia 4 years, okay, because he murdered his wife, okay, in which we know according to the law, it says that she was committing adultery on him. We know the law when it comes to adultery, but this guy, stabbed his wife and hid her remains in a freezer, probably a deep freezer in the house, and then attempted to dispose of her corpse before he moved to the East Coast. Okay? So again, Psalm 73 verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Because you heard the people say that if he had a better law team, law firm, lawyer, that he would have got off. That what he did was nothing wrong with what he did. And if you know, and these red monkeys, these silverback gorillas, truly believe what he said or what he told the prosecutors, what he told the DA. They truly believe this in their head when they put you, Jakes, whether it be a Israelite woman or Israelite man, to death. They truly believe that they're justified, that our nation is nothing, we're beneath them, and amongst other things too, man. But you women that run to these pieces of shit, these bases of men, to build a foundation, a union, some fake legacy, whatever you want to call it, you're going to learn the hard way. Okay, just like the Lord. And furthermore, this was done in 2014. This guy just got judged 3 years ago. He just got judged 3 years ago, and he also got time served for being in jail for what, 2 or 3 years, and he only got 16 years. So imagine how much time he's going to do on good behavior. Psalm 73 verse 6, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. And again, our people are just, I'm just going to be clear and direct, are fucking stupid. The history, their countenance, their mentality, okay, what they do, how they present themselves shows forth that they're violent, evil, wicked people that take away peace from the earth, that shed blood, man. But our people want to do the opposite. And again, you women, you want to run to these red monkeys, these silverback, thin-lipped cave gorillas, and try to build a foundation, a legacy, okay, a family. Try to get relief from having these curses being applied to you. You're just gonna have to learn the hard way, because the Lord told us to stay away from these other nations. But again, you women and you men too, but we're mainly talking about this woman, because you have a lot of these Israelite women that are married to these red monkeys that really think, because, and also too, Salakia, women gravitate towards power, and these red silverback thin-lipped beasts on power right now. Okay. And you women that do this stuff are going to be at the bottom of the barrel. You more than likely probably won't be with a governing man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But the Lord told us to stay away from these nations and to not mingle with them, to not learn their ways, to not, be buddy with them. Okay, because these nations, they hate your guts, they hate everything about you, and some of these Edomites will be blunt, and a lot of these other heathen nations will be blunt too. Well, this is the book of Deuteronomy 32, starting off at verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. So we were set apart from these nations. And you women, you Israelite women, are not supposed to be laying with these fucking bases of men. But again, this is also part of our punishment for us to feel how we did the Most High. This is a prime example of our women, cleaving to other cultures, to other heathens, and not, having that evil eye towards their brothers of our nation, and amongst other things too that I can go down the list, but I'm not going to. This is a prime example of our punishment as men, giving the example how we treated and how we disrespected Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, verse 9. For Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So we're not supposed to be mingling amongst these people. And also, too, right here, Salaki, this nigga right here, man, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua put this nigga to death, man. This dude right here is the lawyer for the Edomite that put his wife to death. This dude right here is the lawyer that's literally trying to get this dude off and trying to get him probation. You know, this right here is disgusting, man. Okay, because this right here, you're literally defending the adversary, the enemy who has been doing this stuff to our people for years upon years, years upon years, decades upon decades, from the beginning of time, man. Okay, from Cain and Abel until now, man. Through every regeneration, okay? You've been having these people slaughtering us and putting us to death left and right, and you have the nerve to sit right here and defend this piece of shit to try to get him off, to get him probation after he done slaughtered one of your people, man. But we know in the truth that everything is of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that her being judged this way was of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay? But let's continue. Let's go to the book, because again, man, we're supposed to be away from these people. We're not supposed to be mingled amongst them. We're not supposed to be making no bonds, no covenants, anything with these people, man. And again, let me go ahead and say this too right now, because I know I'm probably going to have some simple-minded nigga that's going to come on the comment board. So what you mean? We got to work around them. We got to be around them. Of course we have to. You got to pay bills, right? We in captivity, right? But that don't mean you don't make a friendship with them. You go out to have drinks with them, all that other type of nonsense, man. Okay? What was Jacob's name? What was the meaning of his name before it got changed to Israel? Supplanter. Okay? So you know, have that mentality of being a supplanter, man. Learn how to play the game, man. What did Yahweh Shai say? Be wise as doves, wise as a serpent. Wise as serpents, harmless as doves, man. Okay? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 59, starting off at verse 1. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my power. Defend me from them that rise up against me. And see, our people don't realize that these people have continuously rise up against us. And the Lord is going to put that spirit, okay, that heavy, amplified spirit on them to really rise up and to bring forth his judgment. Okay? Because the Lord's not going to have no pity. He's not going to have no remorse, no anything. When he really starts judging you Israelites, man, when he takes the prophets off the streets, close down the social media platforms, the prophets can't preach and teach and everything else, it's a wrap. Once that happens, once the teachings of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is taken off the internet and off the corners, okay, it's a wrap. Verse 2, deliver me from the workers of iniquity and save me from bloody men, because these are our enemies, man. Esau is a bloody man. Okay, again, they love to taste blood. They love to see blood. They love to feel blood. They love to smell blood. If you can smell it, it's in their MO. It's in their DNA. It's in their blueprint. Okay, they're eager to bring forth malice. They're eager to do, you know. And matter of fact, what does that word malice mean? Let's grab the definition of that, because that describes them to a T, man. They have the spirit of malice on them. So what does that word malice mean? Let's grab that real quick for edification's sake. Malice. Okay, it says malice. It says the intention or desire to do evil, ill will. Do you hear that? This is a part of their characteristics, man. This is a part of their spirit. Malice. The intention or desire to do evil, ill will, wrongful intention, especially as increasing the guilt of certain offenses. Because, and furthermore, they don't feel guilt. They feel justification. They feel what they do is right in their eyes. And as a matter of fact, I got a precept just to prove that point. Then we'll jump back. You know, it's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 7. They are terrible and dreadful. Okay, they are terrible and dreadful. So what does that mean? Malice. The intention or desire to do evil, ill will, ill intention. Okay. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment, their dignity shall proceed of themselves. Okay, because they believe in their eyes that they are God. Matter of fact, Salakia, excuse me, forgive me, I'm misspeaking. They believe in their eyes that they are above Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They believe that they can do everything better than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They believe that they're going to X out Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and be above the Lord. All right? Can't make this up, man. Okay, but us of the know, man, we're begging and pleading for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to do this right here. Psalms 59, verse 2. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, man, because this man is nothing but a vile being, man. Okay, an oppressive brute beast, man, a savage, man, a worker of iniquity, man, and save me from bloody men, because look, man, Esau is the shedder of blood, man. Okay, he has a mind full of massacre, of violence, and again, malice, man. All right. And again, man, we know that this man is his decrees is unrighteous, is wicked, as it says in Isaiah 10, verse 1. And woe to them that devise unrighteous decrees, man. But let's grab this. Let's go to the book of Numbers real quick. Okay, because people that do stuff like this, and again, I'm gonna be balanced, because I'm pretty sure he must have found out or had some type of evidence to know that his wife was committing adultery. Because again, in this society, Esau has put up these unrighteous decrees, laws, and everything else that are backfiring against him. So, but we know in our laws and our customs and our heritage, our culture, that when you commit adultery, you're supposed to be put to death. So, and also too, Salakia, let me say this. This was all done of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Deuteronomy 32, verse 39, Psalm 68, verse 20, Sirach 39, 28 on down, Zephaniah 3 and 5. Just give you a few. Okay, so this is justification in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But this still doesn't give any of these red monkeys a guilt-free pass and justification to get away with their terroristic acts, man, their crimes. Okay, this is the Numbers chapter 35, verse 31. Moreover, ye shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, because this is not only one murder, this is a nation of murderers, man. Okay, so a lot of these murderers are supposed to be put to death. All right, a lot of them are supposed to be put to death. What happens? That they're living long lives, they're prospering. Okay, they're scoffing and mocking daily, having no conscience, just and right before they die, then they want to confess when they're on their deathbed what they did to make themselves feel better, because they know they're about to go to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and receive their judgment. Numbers 35, verse 31. Moreover, ye shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall surely be put to death. And the Lord's going to put all these red silverbacks to death, man. Because as you heard in the news clip, this guy felt no remorse, no pity, no sympathy, no empathy, no regret, nothing. He was upset. He was pissed off that he even got time. He told the DA, the prosecutors, that if he had a better lawyer or a law team, a law firm, whatever you want to state it, however you want to state it, Salakia, that he would have won. He would have, gotten his verdict according to his liking. And this is the mentality of Edomites, man. These are the people that you fucking women want to run to and build a foundation with. Okay? And again, oh my goodness gracious, man. Y'all just got to learn the hard way, man. Let's jump here, man. Because again, even though he got 16 years, I don't know exactly how much time he has to do. I think it's like 85%. And then you can get out. So what is that? Like 10 years he got to do with something like that? But I don't want to route this out. Hopefully this place will be destroyed, but that's still nothing, man. That's still nothing. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Now, did you not hear on the news clip that he held himself not guilty? He was justified in his own eyes, in his own mind for what he did. He felt no regret, no remorse, no type of emotions, no type of feelings whatsoever. Okay? Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. And their own shepherds pity them not, because you have a simple-minded piece of shit, Jake, defending this dude, man. You have a damn Sambo Jake defending this dude, man, trying to get him off, man. Was literally trying to get him probation. Was literally pleading the case for a murderer of his people. Sitting by him, comfortable, relaxed. Took the case. No integrity, no morals, no nothing, man. And may the Lord destroy you fucking niggas that have that mentality, man. Don't have no regard for your nation, man. You Sambo, weak, no nuts, no backbone having niggas, man. I hate you 2/3 niggas, man. But again, I'm going to be balanced. Everything is of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and this was done by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, whether you like it or not. Okay? Because again, man, we're not built no foundation. We're not built no brotherhood. We're not built no friendships. We're not, being amongst these devils for a fun time or, to go out to sightseeing or go on vacation or go to a football party or a poker game, whatever it may be, man. No. We're doing this, man. We're praying to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to keep this in our spirit. Sirach chapter 9, verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that have power to kill. Do you hear that? Keep thee far from the man that have power to kill. But what do you women do? You run towards the man that has power to kill because he's in rulership. You think if you give him some of that a fur burger, okay? You think if you give him some of that fur burger, you're good to go. You're exempt. You're going to be protected. Nah. No. Them curses still apply to you. And the Lord said we're supposed to be separated from these nations, man. We're not supposed to be mingled amongst them, nor learn their ways, nor build foundations. And you're not supposed to be given to these heathens, man. You're supposed to be with the men of your nation. The men of your nation are the top men in the world, man. But again, it's a punishment for us, and everything is of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Sirach 9 verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And the history's out here. We're in the information age where you can get all the history, all the information you need on these people, man. But what do our people do? They disregard it. They don't acknowledge it. They want to do their own thing. And this is what happens. This is what happens. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, because you in dubs, you black women, and you probably you get comfortable with your Edomite red silverback. You get comfortable with them, then you probably start running your mouth, and they ain't going for that shit. Okay, these pale zombies is not going for that shit. You start running your mouth to these pale zombies, and look what happened. You chop your ass up and put you in the deep freezer for 2 years. And then attempt to dispose of your body in the damn bay. And didn't even do it right. Y'all gonna learn, man. Y'all gonna learn. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, because, again, you women think that all the privileges, the advantages, the liberties, the necessities, the programs, you even being looked at by a pale zombie, all these things that you did, they're snares. They're not gains. They're not made to help you prosper. They're made to destroy your nation. Okay, mentally, physically, and spiritually, man. All right. And that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. This is war, man. We are literally in the midst of war, and our people don't realize it, man. Okay? But let's close out here, because what y'all doing is literally asking the Lord to bring judgment upon y'all, man. Okay? Y'all mocking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because again, we have the history. We're in the information age where we can get all the information. We see it. It's right in front of our face. But yet you want to mock and scoff at the Lord and not be amongst your people, man. Okay? So this is the book of Galatians chapter 6, starting off at verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Okay, and this goes to both of them, to her and to him. She wanted to sow to a nation that doesn't care about her. She wanted to sow, bring forth a seed to a nation of evildoers, man. You probably talk shit about your own, the men of your nation and all types of stuff, and then with a man from a nation that just brings forth a wickedness and evil, man. That has no righteous bone whatsoever in them. That's just vile, bloody men, as we read in the beginning, man. Prideful as hell. Verse 8, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And our people don't have the Spirit, they reap of the flesh. Because why? They've mingled themselves amongst the heathen and taken the customs of the heathen. Okay, they don't want to embrace their heritage. They don't want to even know who they are. They accept the lies, the fraud, the deceit that has been given to them since this captivity started, man. And get mad if you try to tell them that they're not African American, they're not black, they're not Hispanic, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, Puerto Rican, okay? Mexican. They'll fight you if you tell them that there's something different, man. Okay, but the Lord's gonna start, getting busy, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna start getting busy. But I'm gonna leave it right there, man. And Adawan Ratazah, I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just gonna say, Kol Holayim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakak Radash, Wathawada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakak Radash, for putting the Spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. Adawan Ratazah, and to the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.